The biggest thing for me is I always knew early on that I was going to be a business owner. I'm just not wired. I was never okay with the fact that, like, no matter how many hours I worked a day, if I worked my ass off or if I screwed around or whatever, no matter what, I was going to make a set amount of money at the end of the week. That's just not the way I'm wired. I want to know that if I bust my ass and I hustle, I'm going to make more money.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, I mean, what are we doing here? Why, I don't understand.
I tell people all the time, like, you may make the same money, why not go do it for yourself?
Exactly.
And have more autonomy.
I reached a point where I was like, everything I've ever done, no matter what, if I was going to be a busboy at a restaurant, it was only a matter of time before I was going to be a server and then a bartender and then a manager. And everything I've ever done, I've always risen to the top in a certain amount of time.
So you like upward mobility?
I have to be moving in a forward direction, always. And most entrepreneurs are wired that way. I mean, if you're wired that way, then just embrace it and understand you have to work for yourself. Mm-hmm. And I just reached a point where I was like, I'm just tired of listening to somebody that, I'm tired of listening to somebody, and I'm tired of somebody else having control over my life, my finances, my everything. Like, I don't want to ask if I can take 3 weeks off. I don't want to, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just not that way. Like,
so I look at this twofold. As a business owner, you work for me because you choose to work for me because you can't go do it. I also look at it as, I don't like to listen to anybody.
Yeah.
So, but I'm the guy that can't listen to anybody.
Me too.
So if the people who work for me are coming to work for me, it's because you aren't willing to go take the risk and bet on yourself. So I'll take care of you to the best of my ability. The business is best of its ability to pay you, but like I can't give you what I'm getting because I'm the business owner.
Well, that's the whole thing is if you're, and most people don't realize how much, we talked about this earlier a little bit. Most people have no idea what goes into being a business owner because they see, all right, you show up, you do your thing, and this guy's doing this, and this guy's doing that, and like nobody knows what really goes on behind the scenes. You don't see the hours you're up,
the personalities, the drama,
also, all of that. You don't see the stress,
paying rent.
No, none of that. The rent, the electric bill, any of it. Not to mention, most people don't realize, like, to each his own, but, for me personally, I'm a business owner. I'm a W-2 employee because I work in my business. Pretty much as I'm side by side with my guys cutting hair all day. I'm a husband. I'm a homeowner. I'm pretty much, I have a tax accountant, but I manage my own book. So, you don't realize how many hats that you're actually wearing and how much work it actually is, the biggest thing I flew in a guy who is wildly successful from Toronto. He owns, I forget how many barbershops he owns, and an education platform. I flew him in from Toronto for 3 days, and we spent 3 days together. And he trained my staff a little bit, and him and I spent a lot of one-on-one time together. And he looked into my business and basically said, he was a consultant, and basically said, this is what I would do if I was you. And you don't realize those are the guys, there's nothing different than me and him. He just did it differently. And again, it's the willingness to just be able to go for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Go all in.
But at the end of the day, you're really you're betting on yourself, man. You got to just sack up and do it.